Hi, everybody. My name is Morgan, and I just bought a house. I am a 32-year-old living in the Denver metro area, and honestly, I did not expect this to happen at this point in my life. It was kind of a series of events that led me to purchasing a home. Bit of a snowball effect, really. But here I am, and I'm going to be talking about my journey and show you the different fixer-upper projects that I have. And oh boy, are there some fixer-upper projects. So anyway, join me today. I am just starting to work on the house, get locks installed, and yeah, welcome along for this crazy ride. So first things first, working on this front door, I sincerely hoped that there would be nothing under this plate. But just as a rule of thumb, if you're ever buying a place or anything, if there's a big plate like this with the lock and the doorknob, there's something wrong with the door underneath. Pretty much every time. That's the purpose of the plate, is to hide and create a substantial block for the doorknob and the lock to go into. What's really cool is that this is the original door to the house. However, the locks have definitely changed over the years, and you'll see as we pull the plate off how much they've changed. Okay, so cool. And at that, I left the front door to my mom. She's very good with all kinds of house reno stuff. And I started working on the back door. The back door needed a strike plate, which also involved chiseling out a space for one. Okay, so I have new smart locks on one of my doors. I had to put the other ones back on, as you saw, for the other door, just because it's not the right setup, so I gotta fix that. But got the one on. I need to make a quick adjustment, which I'm going to try to do tonight. I am getting pretty tired and it's getting dark out and everything like that, so I'm probably going to try to do that and then just call it a night. But I do have smart locks and I feel so fancy. Also, another struggle. I bought a doorbell, the Google doorbell, which I'm super excited about, and I got the hardwired one because there's a pre-existing doorbell on the front that just is missing its button and everything. However, I can't find the doorbell sound box that everything's supposed to be wired to. So stay tuned. Haven't figured that one out yet. Good morning, everybody. So today we're back at the house. So I've got somebody coming to do a deep cleaning because it just kind of needs it. It's obviously been lived in. So excited about that. They're also going to be working on the bathtub. The bathtub definitely needs some elbow grease. And then today we're working on the doors. So I did not finish up what I was talking about with the one door. I'm gonna have to chisel out part of it. And then on the other door, as you saw, it's got the massive portion missing. So we're gonna take that plate back off and fill that with wood that we got yesterday, making that more solid, which will be good. And then I can put the other lock on. So we'll have to re-drill the hole for that. But yeah, so that's kind of the game plan for today. I think that's gonna be all that we really do, other than just kind of straightening up for the person who's gonna be cleaning, making sure that our stuff's out of the way for them. And we'll see what else we come across. Also, my house came with a gnome, which is one of my favorite things. If you have any ideas for names, leave them in the comments. Where did I put the paint chips? There. Is that the bolt hole wasn't quite deep enough, and so my smart lock, technically it did lock, it just would tell me that he was having trouble locking because it wasn't going all the way. So fix that, that's good. Now I need to go ahead and at some point chisel. I think I have the chisel around here, so I might start on that, but I need to chisel where the strike plate is gonna go because there's not enough of an indent, and so I can't have that strike plate on and close the door currently. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna finish eating because I was getting hungry and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't actually eat. So gotta do that.
Up to the ding ding dong day. Up to the ding ding dong day. Up to the ding ding dong day. Up to the
So I think something worth talking about, and that I definitely want to talk about more in my videos and on my channel, is kind of the process that I've had to go through. Like, obviously you see that I'm working on house projects and things. I feel like that's something that we see on YouTube all the time, but I also want to talk about the process of looking for a home, finding a realtor, finding mortgage lenders and brokers and all that. And basically what my experience was going through the whole thing, and talk about that, and also talk about, the financial requirements for buying a house at this time. And obviously my experience is going to be a little more specific to the Colorado, Denver metro area. But ultimately, it's been very interesting because I was honestly kind of surprised. I kind of just started looking for a home this year on a whim because someone else that I knew had recently purchased one. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to look. I'm going to see what's out there. I'm going to see what happens. And then I ended up getting approved for more than I expected. And so I think there's a lot of stigma right now around what people can afford with the incomes they have. And I think it's a little more doable than people realize. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say you don't need some money for this, obviously. And I was very fortunate that I got some help. But I think we've talked it up, especially as millennials, we've talked it up as being this really impossible thing that's very unachievable. And that's not necessarily true. So hopefully through some of my videos and talking about my experiences and everything, I can shed some more light on what to expect, what to look for, or at least just give you a little insight. I know everybody's experience through the process is going to be very different. Everybody's looking for different things. But yeah, I think I am a strong believer in sharing information, because right now, if we don't share information, how do people know? It just hurts the system for those of us who need the help and the information, if that makes sense. So anyway, if that is something that you are interested in hearing more about, learning more about, just kind of getting an idea of what someone else's process and journey was like, hit like on this video or subscribe, and stick around, check out some other videos. And if you start watching a few in the future and you're like, yeah, I know this is not really my thing, you were not my cup of tea, that's fine. You can always unsubscribe later. But if you hit subscribe, at least you'll be brought back to my videos. And hopefully I will give you guys some info and a journey that you enjoy.